If you think being dangerous in a fight means getting bigger, stronger, or learning a few flashy techniques, you're missing what actually matters. Real fighting is chaotic. You're tired, you're under pressure, someone is moving unpredictably, your heart is pounding, your legs are getting heavy, and you don't have time to think about every movement. That's why the people who are truly dangerous aren't just strong. They're prepared for chaos, and you can train that. The first thing you need to build is conditioning. Most people think cardio means running for an hour or spending 20 minutes on a treadmill. But fighting isn't steady state cardio. You might spend several seconds exploding, wrestling, pulling, and scrambling before getting a few seconds to recover. Then it happens again. That's why one of the best things you can train is your ability to repeat explosive efforts without falling apart. One simple way to do this is through intervals. Sprint hard, recover, then sprint again. You could use short hill sprints, assault bike intervals, or even hard rounds on a heavy bag. The exact exercise matters less than the goal. You want to teach your body to produce high levels of effort, recover quickly, and then do it again. Because the person who can still move when everyone else is exhausted has a massive advantage. But conditioning alone isn't enough. You also need explosiveness. A fight doesn't happen at one constant speed. There are moments where everything happens instantly. And if your body can only produce force slowly, you're going to struggle when the pace suddenly changes. That's why explosive exercises like medicine ball throws and explosive push-ups are so useful. Keep the reps low and focus on producing as much speed as possible. You're not trying to get exhausted. You're teaching your body to explode on command. But there's another quality that becomes extremely important when things get physical. Grip strength. Your hands and forearms are involved in almost everything. Holding on to someone, keeping your hands strong when you're exhausted. And unlike your punching muscles, your grip can be trained without complicated equipment. Because when your forearms are completely fried, even simple movements start becoming difficult. And that's exactly what you want to prepare for. But there's still one piece missing. You need to learn how to perform while you're tired. This is where most people train incorrectly. They practice everything when they're completely fresh. Then they assume those skills will automatically appear when they're exhausted and under pressure. They won't. You need to occasionally combine your training. Do an explosive effort. Recover briefly, then perform a technical movement. The goal isn't to turn training into random exhaustion. It's to teach yourself to stay composed when your body is screaming at you to stop. Because fatigue changes everything. Your breathing gets harder. Your movements get sloppy. And that's when your training actually gets tested. So if you want to become genuinely more capable in a fight, don't just chase bigger muscles. Build conditioning so you can keep working. Build explosiveness so you can move with speed. Build grip strength so your hands don't disappear when you're exhausted. And most importantly, practice maintaining control when you're tired. You don't need to train for hours every day. You need to train the qualities that actually show up when things become chaotic. Because being dangerous isn't about looking intimidating. It's about having a body that still works when you're exhausted, under pressure, and out of your comfort zone. Train for chaos, not comfort.